Hey there viewers, my name is Torinski and welcome back to another Hades session. Where we had last left off, we had turned down the... Right, I was just trying to remember for a second which run, because we had two very similar ones, but in our last one we turned down the temptation to steal from Charon and finally got back on track of getting some of our heat level victories done with the Malphon Fists. But today, I'm pretty excited because we're finally up to level 5 in heat, which means if we see one, we'll be able to try out an Erebus Gate for the first time, so that should be interesting. But, without further ado, hop in here, load up. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I opened up my test file once earlier today just to test out some options. I'm hoping it will improve some of my quality while I'm streaming here. At least what I'm dashing so far looks a little bit better. We'll see how it goes once I'm actually in a run.
Wait, so what's all this about you working here? I thought they fired you and that was why you left.
Hypnos, you think all these times I've died, it's because I was upset I was let go from a miserable job?
Trying to end it all over and over again. What a horrifying existence that would be.
Oh, Cerberus. Doubtless you deserve the biggest thanks that this house still stands, don't you? Did you enjoy the treat I brought you from the surface?
The surface treat devouring hound of hell provides the queen a most decidedly affirmative response.
I thought you might. You wouldn't know it wasn't made of meat, I'll bet. I'll see if we can't grow you plenty more.
From her garden, I'm guessing. Very cute.
Tell me something, boy. Zagreus.
Aw.
Why did you do all this? Return the queen. Go to such lengths. At a certain point, you must have learned the way I felt about her. Yet still you persisted. If I were you, I'd not have done me any favors.
I didn't often stop to give it much thought. I just knew I needed to find her. And then as soon as I did, I knew I needed her in my life. In other words, doing you any favors was never a priority, Father. Just ended up that way, I guess.
I see.
Of course.
I appreciate your candor. Nevertheless, I thank you. I do not know how you accomplished what you did, but know that I am grateful for the outcome, even if I failed to act like it most of the time.
Oh, very sweet. Wow. We've unlocked the keys to his heart.
Hail. Achilles, if a friend of yours were in need of assistance, but the only way you could assist them was to somehow change the terms of an ancient pact Father probably forced on them, what would you do?
I would be very careful, above all. Do you understand, lad? I would not wish to make things any worse. How many pacts such as the one you're thinking of are buried back in the administrative chamber there? Even your father can't keep track. Although, perhaps Nyx can.
Yeah, that's why I thought we could go back there and solve it, but guess Nyx.
You're right. She knows everything. Wouldn't hurt to ask her, I suppose.
Just watch yourself.
I'm wondering if that will work. Oops. This time around, or if I'll have to wait for next time for that to register. But right as we started talking to Achilles, I finally remembered. Hopefully I don't forget by the time we get there. Shouldn't be that long. Just run through here. I have secret words to speak to Coronat, the bow. Unlock that last aspect. Yeah, nothing there right now.
Orpheus, I take it you know all about the time I burned my father's hands to a crisp the moment I was born. He grasped me by the feet, and they caught fire. And that's why he still wears those fancy rings, to cover up the hideous scar tissue.
If true,
But that
it's
is
very
such
funny.
a splendid tale, Zagreus, deserving to be sung both far and wide until it turns into the stuff of myth, as deathless as the gods themselves. I'll gladly tell that one about.
Don't know if it's that good, but it's kind of fun.
Great.
Cool
I
fact.
had envisioned that you would succeed.
Somehow I always knew, you know, that you were not my birth mother. I mean,
Oh,
look at Hypnos and Thanatos.
that could be really
There's
offensive,
no way that I
Zach.
could have been related to them. Everybody knew, and yet
There we go.
when I finally learned for certain, it was still a shock.
Better still show her some respect, Zach.
I always knew in turn that you would learn the truth of it eventually, and I was fearful of what would occur after that time arrived. I'm grateful it has come and gone. Though, tell me, I still find I call you child. Is your preference that I cease to use such terms from this point on?
Yes,
No, Nix, please, it's quite all right. You may not have given birth to me, but you still cared for me. I never doubt that. Likewise, are you sure it's all right that I continue to address you by name?
It is more than all right, my child.
Yeah, I guess we were always the more formal type anyway.
Deuce is probably cleaning the rafters.
One less fish than we
Isn't that
should
hot
have.
lately? Always a pleasure.
Kind of forgot about that. I forgot about finally losing our fishing
What's new?
streak. The worst streak to lose. But, okie dokie. Still not enough darkness to really get anything done. Ooh,
Another prophecy
Prophecy.
fulfilled.
gemstones. Okay. Kind of cool, I guess. But otherwise, we shall...
Showed up.
First of all, real quick,
Coronact, I see you drawn in the arms
Chat
of the
here.
seventh avatar.
who is this?
A hidden aspect.
Rama. Oh, cool.
Who are you?
Shared suffering damage. Okay. Anytime I attack any foe in the next 7 seconds. It's interesting for sure. Alternate moveset. Bouncing triple shot special. There we go. I was curious if it was still going to be the fan of blades. It's interesting for sure. Cool. Fortunately today, we're going in with the usual. It's definitely, yeah, starting to get just a little bit touch and go at the some points early game last run. But as soon as we get those lambent plume stacks up and enough boons to back it up, things start to really click. The question is, how to increase now? Less healing isn't too bad. Still kind of dangerous. Don't get me wrong. I was earlier today when I was thinking about this, I was debating convenience fee, but it gets really expensive. And we're not usually in a great place money-wise. And I like getting multiple shops. Or shops as often as we can afford them, I guess. Which would be much less often with a 40% increase. Oof. So instead, no purging, traps and magma. It's interesting, but I think magma alone will absolutely destroy me. I'm gonna try a little bit less healing, and we'll see how this goes. Might be pushing it a little bit,
To liven things up.
but never know how things will shake out in these runs. Ooh. Like starting with a dayless hammer here. A charged shot. I don't love the charged shot because I already really like the uppercut. It's really fast to pull off, so it's easy to, you know, throw into an attack combo. Quake Cutter, on the other hand, is decent. Both Quake Cutter and Rolling Knuckle are pretty solid. In this regard, it's mostly in terms of getting all these early room clears. We just want to be as quick as possible and get as many of those Lambent Plume stacks as quick as we can. So, it's not as wacky or fun as trying something new, but that's okay to take damage as well. All that matters
Going in.
are those dodge stacks.
Where in
What's up, friend?
I bear a message for you, son of Hades. One recorded in an age when certain concepts it describes did not yet all exist. Remember this. I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame. A waking phrase, to which you and the all-seeing artifact of my creation may respond.
Sweet. It's another one on the shield there, I believe.
Waking phrase. And an all-seeing
Yeah.
artifact, you must mean Aegis, right? So I'm to say to it, I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame,
Serpent's
and it'll wake
flame.
right up. Though, can you tell me what it means, or who?
Oh, I can tell you almost anything. However, I would much prefer it if you learned most of the answers you seek by yourself.
I like it.
I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame.
My brother used to always taunt us all with a saying. That's, well, you can kind of change it depending on the medium you're talking about, or the media, I should say, in this case. But it's WAFO, and it's wait and find out, or watch and find out, RAFO, read and find out. Gotta let that suspense take hold. But, ooh. 4 encounters have a lot more damage, but I love extra money, especially since most of these aren't great. I don't like not gaining money for exact reasons why I want more money. Or I guess opposite reasons, depending on whether we're listing pros or cons. Anyway, I think we'll go with excruciating affluence. It's not too bad, especially this early on, because hopefully we can just kill things quickly enough. We heal less, so I'm not as concerned. I don't know. 20 gold is half decent. I do like this room. If we could just get more of those, please. Fortunately. Oh, you know what? Witches aren't that much worse. Nice.
The lambent plume.
Bunch more like that would be just sweet. There we go. Forced into darkness anyway, so I'm happy I went with the gems and got a little bit of money. Would like to see a boon at some point. Oh gosh, I'm just stepping on traps everywhere.
Don't keep me waiting.
That's the thing about just taking extra damage, is that's globally. So, fortunately, traps are hitting us harder and monsters are hitting us harder. But we should be fine. Nice. See, numbskulls. There we go. Nothing but numbskulls, please. Balloon crystals. Just squishy enemies. It's beautiful. Love to see it. Oh, I didn't even realize the first crystal had a shield on it. I did it a little bit close there, but 3 waves, that's a tough room to clear quickly now. Ooh. Lasting. Oh, condition applied. Okay. For a second, I thought that was something new that would be added on. I was very curious. No boon yet. I think I will buy the yarn here. Sounds kind of sweet. 8% heal. I should be good. I'm not feeling too uncomfortable still in these early floors. Might regret thinking that, but I don't know how to max out. Right now, the only thing that's amplified is our dash strike, so I'm trying to maximize its use for sure. Gosh. Dang it. Charged just a little bit differently than I expected.
That was the lambent
Nice.
plume.
Ooh, and there's our Chaos Moon evolved as well. Not quite the money for the shop. Would I want to skip? We might end up having to face the mini-boss anyway, I guess. Let's just fight the mini-boss. We'll save up for a little bit better use of the shot. I'm definitely not unhappy in this fight. Of all of them to get when we're feeling just a little bit underpowered. And I think part of that is specifically on the knock-on fists. I like this fight. Once we get rid of the shields, it's pretty quick to lock down an enemy. Or rather, I guess it attacks quickly enough to keep an enemy locked down. So that's definitely a big plus. And there we have it.
That's what you get.
Not too shabby. I think we still got the lambent plume. I wasn't looking too close to that time.
Why, if my eyes do not deceive me through those murky depths, you brandish Malphon.
I do.
Let me tell you, little Hades, those old gloves have done some dirty work before your time.
Oh, heaven me. Oh my. Double damage on our special. Gives us reason to start tossing it in for sure. Bloodshot. I don't love it. Much like Aphrodite's cast, it's just super, like this, in this case, it's at least a bit longer range, but it's so narrow. Like, I'm guessing the big thing is that it has a huge knockback or something to that effect, since the damage isn't scaling very high with rarity. But I've definitely been wrong before, as Dionysus's call taught us last run. But I'll go with the special for now. The dash would have also been okay. Oh boy. Ooh, so we get a boon out of it. But it's a double chevron difficulty. Well, at least we just gained a tool. Just trying to think.
Well, here goes nothing.
I like Demeter. Most of her boons are pretty strong. So I guess specifically chill.
How about a little contest, boy?
Slay foes without getting hit. Oh no. Already. Oh, but I still go through. Okay. That's like a bonus objective? Interesting. Well, luckily, can't fail it twice. Oh, I'm not even using my special. Should really be cashing that one in. Still one out. Rough stuff, but that's cool. So we have to get through without taking damage. Very interesting. Definitely should have played it a bit more carefully, but first time in, what you gonna do? Let's go for the nectar here, and I guess the pomegranate will hit our special, essentially no matter what, I believe. Oh, these are some tougher numbskulls than we're used to. But even with the first Erebus Gate of ours, not the best performance we've seen, this run is still going pretty well so far. We're at least getting the nice early stacks of the lambent plume. I am taking a lot of damage. All of a sudden there. Oh gosh. Ooh, still made it at the very least. I guess that's why I should focus on not looking at the timer, because I'm sure it was running pretty close to the line there. I don't really want a pomegranate right now. Let's see what this alters into. So it's probably like, I guess Centaur Heart counted as almost on par to, ooh, we might get a Centaur's Heart anyway.
Let's see who's better at this.
Oh, sorry. I don't like skipping. I didn't mean it. Friend. Oh, that was a nice luck-based combo. Knocked them all into the explosion. Oh, they just spawned, my dude. Oh boy. I appreciate the numbskulls as enemies on here because otherwise I might actually be falling behind. This has been a weird little room.
Here's something for the show.
But before this room started, when we re-rolled an Artemis boon, it turned into a Centaur Heart. So I guess Centaur Hearts are in that tier. But Pomegranate, Opals... I'm trying to think of what would be... Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a bunch of money, I guess. I'll take this. We're kind of low in health, I probably shouldn't. But we don't have to be fast. Remember that. Just be careful. I mean, this really isn't too bad. Nice.
I shall deal with you later then.
Free money.
Peace and quiet.
I'll take it. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I can't think of what else would be on the same tier as coins and pomegranates.
Wretches of the underworld, this
Probably
is
just
your
missing
chance.
something simple though.
Whoops.
Gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Oh no, 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 no. They're so tough. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, just more chargy boys. That's... That's great. Oh no, I got hit again. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this one on speed, I don't think. This is already just a nightmare to survive. Oh right, this is just a survive room. That's why their enemies are endless. Let's just run away for the last 3 seconds.
You lived through all that.
I was wondering for a second why this kept coming, but
Coin for Charon.
kind of don't realize the red tinge is there after a couple seconds.
Which path?
Holy crap, I'll take the shop. We have more than enough money. Please heal. Okay, at least we have a heal. A few boons as well, so that's sweet. What do we take first? We go mystery first. Oh hey. Almost saw you earlier. That's kind of cool. Does this actually balance out, I'm curious? Or is the bonus also restricted by 25%? That's kind of interesting. What would that make it like between 22 and 23%? Still would almost offset the pact condition. That's kind of cool. Otherwise, bit of gust damage. Also chills enemies and we're dashing a lot. I'll take it. What about you, Hermes? Raider recall, eh? Oh, but there's also... You have rush delivery, and it's so good on this run. How many times can I say no to this legendary boon? It's probably incredible if I just put it into the right cast combo. I guess we'll probably, if we end up seeing this on a cast-based like aspect, much more likely to use it.
Fishing time?
I'm also very likely to lose the Defiance on this fight here, but we'll see how it goes. Come on, fish. Oh gosh. Get so worried. And by the third one, my nerves are already shot. Oh, sorry, friend. Okay. Are we down to 1 now, or reset back to 3?
Hi, you three.
Ready, sisters. I know that Thanatos assisted you in getting to this point. I don't appreciate his interference.
That's
We'll
actually...
have a chance to tell him back at home.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now that this is our job, he almost shouldn't be helping us. Like, it's sanctioned, he's allowed to help us. But if we're testing security concerns, that's almost assuming that he would always help someone in their escapes, because otherwise that's extraneous and not relevant to the test.
He has domain over the wretched shades, but his power has no sway with me. And neither does your own.
Alrighty. Let's do this. Right, I should be probably throwing my special in. Impervious, that's... oh gosh. Got hit by almost every single one of those. That's absolutely flawless gameplay. Great start. I'm just so used to going for the burst tactics on the Furies, but we're a little bit underpowered right now, probably. Oh gosh, I can't see. There we go. That fight's gone crazy. When all three of them are there, at least. I swear the first time I think we just cleared it quickly enough that none of that was concerned. Still got the Lament Plume as well, at the very least. But, okay. Slightly less of a heal from a fountain. We have a lot of money this run. It's almost kind of ridiculous because it would have been nice to maybe take the... what is it called? The one that makes all of the shop items more expensive. We probably could have afforded everything so far this run. But alas, that's how these games go, isn't it? But still don't think I'll bother buying any of that. Definitely can't afford to sell any boons. We're scrambling with what little we have here. But, as usual, I'm going to take just a short little break here. Check my phone, make sure I'm not missing anything as we chuck into the final part of the run here through... not the final part, I guess. Well, yes, but the last few sections. Anyway, going alright so far. I would love to see an attack moon right away. Otherwise, we're probably going to start falling behind on those plume stacks. But I'll be right back to continue on to Asphodel. See you soon.